Poisson's ratio. Poisson's ratio. In the diagram we have a cylindrical wire having initial length capital L, and a deforming force is applied and this wire will be elongated. The wire will be elongated due to application of a deforming force. And will be elongated and its length increases to L prime. L prime is the final length of the elongated wire, and this is the cylindrical body or cylindrical wire to which a deforming force is applied and its length increases from L to L prime. And change in length is denoted by delta L. This is the change in length delta L. Delta L is the change in length of the elongated wire due to application of a deforming force F. F is the deforming force. When it is applied to a cylindrical wire, its length increases by delta L. We can denote the initial diameter of the cylindrical wire. D is the initial diameter and final diameter is D prime. Due to application of the deforming force F, diameter of the wire decreases to D prime, and this is half of change in diameter, that is delta D by 2. And also in the lower portion we can denote the half of change in diameter, that is delta D by 2. Let delta L be the elongation. Delta L be the elongation of a cylindrical wire. Delta L be the elongation of a cylindrical wire of initial length L, capital L, initial length L, and initial diameter D. Initial diameter D. Due to application of deforming force F, due to application of a deforming force F, deforming force F on its the plane of cross section normally, on its plane of cross section normally, delta L be the elongation of the cylindrical wire due to application of a deforming force F on its plane of area of cross section or plane of cross section, as the length of the wire increases by delta L, delta capital L. Its diameter also decreases. Its diameter decreases by an amount delta D. Now, longitudinal strain. The expression of longitudinal strain equal the expression of longitudinal strain produced in the elongated wire equal delta L divided by L, change in length divided by initial length, and also lateral strain. Lateral strain equal delta D by D1. it should be delta d by d, not d1, delta d by d. Therefore, the Poisson's ratio, the Poisson's ratio of the material of the cylindrical wire, the Poisson's ratio of the material of a body or of the cylindrical wire of a body or the cylindrical wire as the ratio is defined as the ratio of lateral strain to the longitudinal strain, is defined as the ratio of is defined as the ratio between the lateral strain and the longitudinal strain. Lateral strain and longitudinal strain produced in the wire, produced in the wire or produced in the body, that is produced in the cylindrical wire, bracket close, due to application of a deforming force, due to application of a deforming force. The Poisson's ratio of a material, a body, is defined as the ratio between the lateral strain and longitudinal strain produced in the body due to application of deforming force within elastic limit. Therefore, Poisson's ratio is equal lateral strain divided by longitudinal strain. Poisson's ratio is defined as the ratio Poisson's ratio is defined as the ratio between the lateral strain and longitudinal strain produced in the body within elastic limit. Therefore, sigma equal minus delta d by d1 divided by delta L by L1. That is the expression of Poisson's ratio. In this case, L1 means initial length, L1 is equal to L and D1 is equal to D. D1 is the initial diameter which is equal to D in the diagram. L is the initial length and this is the elongated state of the wire. This is the elongated wire due to application of deforming force. F is the deforming force and delta L is the change in length or increase in length. And we can denote initial diameter D and final diameter is D prime, and change half of change in diameter, half of, so this is half of change in diameter, that is delta D by 2. Therefore, lateral strain is equal to delta D by D and longitudinal strain is equal to delta L by L or L1. So delta L by L is the longitudinal strain and delta D by D is the lateral strain. In this case, actually D1 is D, which is initial diameter, and L1 is L, which is initial length of the wire. Here the negative sign indicates that the negative sign indicates that the negative sign indicates that if the length increases, length of the wire increases, then the diameter decreases, diameter or radius of the wire decreases. Negative sign indicates that if length increases, then diameter or radius decreases. And also Poisson's ratio is unitless and dimensionless. Unitless and dimensionless quantity. Poisson's ratio. The initial diameter of the wire is d1 or d. D equal to r, where r is the initial radius of the wire. Change in diameter, under bracket delta d is equal to delta under bracket 2r. Therefore, delta d equal to delta r, bringing the constant term to outside delta sign. Delta r is the change in radius of the cylindrical wire. Delta r is the change in radius of the cylindrical wire. Therefore, sigma equal minus delta d by d1 or delta d by d divided by delta L by L minus 2 delta 2r divided by 2r whole divided by delta L by L. Now we can bring 2 outside delta sign, minus 2 delta r by r, 2 delta r by 2r divided by delta L by L. So therefore sigma equal minus delta r by r divided by delta L by L. That is the another expression of Poisson's ratio, which is sigma equal minus delta r by r divided by delta L by L. The theoretical range of value of Poisson's ratio, is given by sigma less than minus 1 equal less than equal plus half. Hence, it should be minus 1 less than equal sigma less than equal plus half. Hence, the value of Poisson's ratio sigma, for all the substances lies between minus 1 to plus half. Therefore, sigma mean equal minus 1 and sigma max equal plus half. Minus 1 less than equal sigma less than equal plus half is the theoretical range of value of Poisson's ratio, but practically the negative sign, the negative value of Poisson's ratio is not possible. Hence, the minimum value of Poisson's ratio or sigma, the minimum practical value of Poisson's ratio is 0. The minimum practical value of Poisson's ratio is 0. Therefore, sigma min equals 0 and sigma max equal 1 by 2 or plus 1 by 2. So hence 0 less than equal sigma less than equal plus half. This is the practical range of value of Poisson's ratio. And that is the theoretical range of value of Poisson's ratio. Range of value of sigma. It should be minus 1 less than equal sigma less than equal plus half. So for the theoretical range, sigma mean equal minus 1 and sigma max equal plus half. Now another additional information, sigma equal minus delta d by d divided by delta L by L. That is the expression of sigma. If the length of a body or cylindrical wire increases, delta L is positive, means change in length is positive, and its diameter d decreases. Therefore, delta d is negative. As diameter decreases, change in diameter, that means delta d is negative. Hence, Poisson's ratio will be positive. Poisson's ratio is always positive. Therefore, delta d tends to minus delta d because diameter decreases. Therefore, sigma equal minus of minus delta d divided by d whole divided by delta L by L. Therefore, sigma equal delta d by d whole divided by delta L by L. That is, sigma is always positive. Sigma is always positive.